KINCROME acknowledges the traditional owners of this land on which we race and film on today. It is known that this land always was and always will be Aboriginal land. We acknowledge and give thanks to the elders past, present and emerging, and any Aboriginal people viewing this production.
I am never going to get the chance to do this again.
Last round of the season.
This is the best day of racing we've had.
This is my dream.
We couldn't be prouder of what we've done.
Being part of the KINCROME family means a huge amount to me.
The trust element is really important.
I've hurt that girl too many times.
Where's Tank?
I'm hurting, yeah.
There was a lot of carnage out there.
You just got to respect the track.
We need to pull over and make sure they're okay.
Everyone should be a little bit nervous.
But that's the nature of the beast.
Our side-by-sides would kill it.
And our 2022 KINCROME side-by-side Australian champions.
Start of the season, we kind of said, hey, we should do one race.
The whole way along, this was the plan.
Marshall and I hit Kalgoorlie for the Team KINCROME episode. We go out there and have a good time.
Are you going to have a good time, Marshall?
Yeah, I reckon I will. I actually don't know. Well, you'll be the judge of that. My life in your hands. G'day, I'm Chris Collins.
Not much KINCROME.
I'm the General Manager of Product and Marketing. And I don't take any shit.
And I'm Lucky Marshall. I like long walks on the beach and making sandwiches without meat.
You went personal. I'm never really going to get an opportunity to participate in something at this level again. So why would I not? Like, how good to actually just be able to race in a national championship with your boss in something that is really left of field.
It's KINCROME racing. It's a team episode. It needs to be someone from KINCROME, and Bella talks a big game, so I was just like, let's do it.
We're on this side of the camera currently, not through any choice of our own. It's please help us. No, we're the production crew for KINCROME. It's the first time we've really attempted anything of this caliber at KINCROME and producing anything of this quality. The way you pitched it to me initially was, I want to shoot for the moon, and if we get halfway there, I'll be stoked. We didn't know what the moon looked like.
For context of the whole thing is that obviously Tank raced last year.
No, we got what, three races last year in before the season got cancelled. Thanks COVID.
I only got in a car for the first time a
Last
week ago.
Last week, yeah. We just went racing last year. We started creating content. It wasn't to the level that we're doing this year.
What we've been able to put together over the last 5 episodes is outrageously good. Like, it really is. You go back and watch the other episodes.
Yeah.
Go back and watch them. What I don't think people understand is every time you make something, someone has to make that thing. That extends to a business card. That extends to a flyer. That extends to a poster, to the video production that works. So every time we want to get a sticker done, our graphic design team have to think of the sticker. They got to do the sticker design, and then we've got to go and get it printed. That's just a sticker. We have to engage multiple teams and multiple members of the business for even the smallest things.
We've probably pretty much had all hands on deck, so I think everyone in the team's had a crack, whether it's doing the stickers, doing the marketing for it. 3 of us have got to design cars, which is always fun, because, you know, how often do you get to design a racing car? That's pretty cool.
Anthea is our graphic designer, and she's done the design, and her partner Brad is a signwriter, so he's wrapped it. So we're going to go pick it up, and then Marshall and I are going to go do a test day, do the safety stuff, have a bit of fun.
I'm Anthea. I've been with KINCROME for 15 years as a graphic designer. I started with measuring all the different panels on the car, creating the dial lines in Illustrator. This is actually the first buggy that I have done before, first buggy that I've put together.
It'll look even cooler. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's the debut of Marshall in the co-driver's seat. We're getting him ready for his first race in what, 2 weeks' time?
2 weeks time, yeah.
2 weeks from today. We'll see if he screams.
I reckon I'll be okay. fucking good times. Look, I better try it all on, right?
Yeah.
Like, I better do it properly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I'm just sitting in one spot, I'll just hopefully just get used to a few little areas that are pulling and twisting.
So regulations say you should be able to get out of the car in around 10 seconds. Marshall's just gonna have a practice getting out. We'll time it, not panicking, just trying to hop out of the car quickly and unplug yourself and get everything out. Go. 7.5 seconds to get out. And that was in an environment where you were ready to get out.
Look, I've seen this man in a go-kart. Does it give you confidence? Like, sort of 50-50. Like, yes, I know he can drive. Is he a bit reckless? Also, yes. Yeah, look like a wet rat, feel like a wet rat, but I think you did all right, mate. You're instilling me with confidence under tricky conditions.
Evo's currently putting a bigger tune in it right now. I don't know if we're going back out because I am freezing. I'm just excited. I just want to go, finish a race, have a good time, no one get hurt.
Hell yeah.
That's all I plan.
Boom.
Where are we off to? We're off to Kalgoorlie. Flight's delayed, having a beer. We're gonna try to download the Navi app so we have some idea of where the course goes. Alternatively, we're gonna drive it blind and just have a good time.
Is that what you reckon? Copy that one, gold leader.
Gotcha.
Go channel. What you doing, Flick?
For 6 rounds, we've been covering the AORC side-by-side championship and putting together a docu-series.
This is Lachlan Burns.
I've been with KINCROME for 3 years as the production coordinator.
We have a metric fuck ton of data.
And this is Felicity Thompson.
Let's do my job. Snap, snap. I've been at KINCROME for just over a year. I started last August, so it's still very new to me, still very exciting. We're both very different editors, so to be able to create something of our own, but also with each other's advice and strategies and like different techniques and stuff, it just makes it really, I don't know the right word, it's just, yeah, freeing, pretty much.
What she said.
This looks nice and flat and wicked.
I reckon by Saturday morning after prologues and bikes and trucks, it'll be a little less flat, but it'll still be very wicked.
The track has exceeded my expectations big time. That is quite complicated, technical, rough. I think it's going to be a big attrition race.
The track looks really fun. It definitely looks like our side-by-sides will kill it. So I think it's going to make us really competitive out there, and everyone should be a little bit nervous, I reckon. Rainbow obviously wasn't what we all expected. It was definitely a shock to the system.
We hit everyone super hard, and yeah, we all definitely had a different look at our vehicles after that, a different look at everything that we do with our race cars. Like rolled it over with the forklift and thought it was an extra precaution to take just to make sure that I don't have sort of any fuel leaks or anything if the car's upside down. Escaping procedures if it is on its side. So just little extra things that I would recommend.
Well, Zach's gone out and tried to win the look lap, and I reckon he did win, but there's been problems with the mighty Prado. So we're going to swap a tyre on it so we can get out to the festivities. It's going to be mad.
We're just off to start the scrutineering and also start to set up all of our activations for the street party for tonight. So we've got probably an hour or so of setup to do in the 36 degree heat. We'll get all set up and ready to go and give away some free stuff.
So we're round 6, we're in Kalgoorlie in WA. We're at the street party / scrutineering. Pretty cool scrutineering, like they've just kind of chucked everyone together, put us all in one spot, and then they're just going to roll through and tick us off as they go. Yeah. It's pretty nice, get to know all your competitors, get to know all the new people. There's a whole lot more people that have come to join us here in WA, so we get to meet a whole bunch of people.
Pretty cool, pretty excited for the night. The Pro R's here, which I've been hanging to see.
It's like a mini Fink, kind of, is what it feels like. So as Fink was our favourite time of the year. 10 out of 10 atmosphere. We're excited. This is John.
Oh, so?
John is winning.
No, you... Yes, I won the first quick, but I had some...
Good luck. I'm really quick now.
I'm quicker.
Nah.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we will be auctioning off a KINCROME toolbox worth about 12 grand. Extremely low opening price, so you might snap up a ripper bargain. The toolbox is the toolbox we've been using all season throughout the side-by-side championship, so if you want a piece of history, come and get a bucket. Stand up here. Look like a bit of an idiot. There is a lot of free shit. I probably should have said that over the mic, sorry. Can I start the bidding for a 12 grand kit at 500 bucks? Yep! We got 500. 1,500! Can I go to 1,500? We got 1,500 going over here! 2.5! 2.5 right here, thank you very much, sir. What else have we got? Can we get 3? 3.5! He's coming in strong. We're at 3.5 right here. 4.5 right here, sir. Thank you very much.
Going once at 5 grand. Put your hand up. Where are you? Oh, we're on the phone. This is amazing.
5-1.
5-1. 5-2. 5-5. Alright, going once at 5-5. Going twice. Alright, sold 5 grand. 5.5 grand, sorry. And we're going to throw some free stuff in as well.
Deliberately walked past Andy's tent this morning and farted right next to his head.
We just wanted to make sure that we've obviously got water if you're going to get stuck out on course. So who knows what's going to happen. So make sure your water gets hot. We're going to run spare belts, like just have 1 spare belt for Prologue within the actual race. Minimum 3 spare belts. It's hot out here. We don't want to just be, oh, we couldn't finish because we ran out of belts. That's all. We do it too much. Let's get out there and have a sick time. Let's not roll it in Prologue.
Prologue 2.
Don't look at me. I'll be sweet.
Don't finish. If you have a problem in Prologue, do not finish.
Just turn the car off.
Just turn the car off, go. We've had a problem? Go. Done. Because otherwise you will not be steady. You will run off the time that you finish with.
Last time I'm rigging these up for the side-by-side championship, 2022.
I'm a little bit nervous to have the car break down, so that's not what I want. But Dan has prepped the car very, very well. So essentially, if I don't finish, it's probably because I broke it myself. And we don't want to do that.
After having a little look at the track, Prologue is going to be great. It's a really flat, kind of open track, so we'll be able to have the foot flat to the ground a lot of the track, which is good because we'll just carry a lot of speed in, have a lot of speed out. We're just going to be fast as fuck.
I am currently sitting second in the championship, which I've got a really good chance to sit first on that podium.
Got a feeling that Eden's rolled or broken something because she went past so fast, so much faster than the other guy. So,
Where is she?
but she hasn't come back yet. She's supposed to have been back. This helicopter's circling, not good.
Howdy.
Eden's done.
What's she done?
Full send, full flip. Standard outing for Eden, I guess. Gets it out of the way early.
I rolled it again.
Your navi's it again.
I roll a lot, hence these bars. Let's just not tell Dad about that one. We'll keep it a secret. At least it's out of the system for the next 2 days.
I just want to have a look at the car.
Yeah,
You should really go to the medic and just get a quick check out.
Don't do what I do.
Don't do what Eden does. If we don't finish Prologue,
That would be catastrophic.
and then just hit all the jumps flat, right?
Woo! it's our first professional experience together.
Except for that part where we work together
Nah, it's
day to day.
Nah, it's not really professional, is it?
They have a top 10 shootout, have a bit of fun, put on a show for the crowd.
And I'm navvying for him. I haven't actually sat next to Dad in a race before, so maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I won't.
We're just taking some weight out of it.
What's the reasoning for taking the weight out?
I didn't want to say anything, honey, but you're a little bit heavier than Maxie.
Hyping himself up for an A-grade navvy.
How was Navvy like?
Navvy like, ask Dad, I don't think it's for me.
She was actually really good. We were laughing so much because she can't see. She's going, fast left one, and we're coming into a hairpin. So it's like a left four.
No, we hit it and I was like, that was a four.
That was so good. Evo likes to destroy stuff, so I had to make a gasket out of a Great Northern can to seal the turbo dump pipe. Stops the turbo from melting things.
Well, this is what you do when you don't have what you need. No one had a gasket, so we made one.
There's lots up there. Lots of what? Lots of fuel. Yeah. Oh, I got a leak. What? Oh, it might have rubbed through that fuel line. It's the bottom of the tank. It's dripping out of that barn.
Trailer shaft's gone through the fuel tank.
How are we going to fix it?
With this car, it's really tight with the fuel tank because it's such a small car, trying to get as much fuel in it as possible. There's not much room. The prop shaft's really close to the fuel tank. It's not ideal. And what's happened is I'm thinking that in our rollover at Loveday, when we've hit on that corner, it's jolted the tank and it's actually moved a little bit. And because it's moved, the tunnel on the tank then has rubbed on the prop shaft and it's slowly worn through and just started to leak a little bit. So yeah, we're able to patch it up, relocate the tank, wedge it in so it doesn't move anymore, and back in business.
What are you doing, Sammy? Oh, just had a little bit of a curious one. We blew a drive shaft and threw it in the car so that we could get back, and it seems to have melted its way through the floor. So we're just doing a little bit of creativity to try and get it back out of the floor, because obviously it's cooled down and gone rock hard.
It's still hot to touch. Like really hot.
Find it, that's hilarious.
That's gold. So yeah, we're going good and then not going good. Standard outing. Not sure what happened, but that's all very bad now. So yeah, we stopped, pulled the shaft out and kicked on. Still 2 laps to go. We've got to keep it moving. His tank's just rolled in now. Yeah, boys.
The map was dropped out for maybe 2 minutes, and that's when I realised if I didn't have Marshall, that would have been a shit time. Oh, I couldn't have done it without him, honestly. We didn't get no dust. We had 0 dust in front of us. We didn't catch any cars. We didn't get past, but I think we made up like 25, 30 positions. The track was cool, like so cool.
I mean, it's just good fun, isn't it? Like, it really is. Tank was awesome. He was all over it. Like, I was trying to call it as much as I could, and he was just trusting me with everything that I said, which maybe put us into a few trees, which, my fault, completely my fault. Took out some trees, but it was good.
I'm actually going into tomorrow in front of Jackson on that start line because I just beat him today by speed. jokes. He broke a drive shaft, but still, I'm winning.
And yeah, happy. I think we're about 6th or 7th in class in the top 20 outright. It's the best day of racing we've had in a long time. I actually think this is the best day of racing we've had, full stop.
Shouldn't you guys be doing some form of work? Wow.
So we're usually up at the crack of dawn. We're rigging up cars with GoPros. But once those cars go out, usually we jump in a car ourselves, or if we don't have tracker access with a car, we walk 15k and we're out there squatted beside roads and in bushes, capturing all the action. And then we come back and we've got a data wrangle. So everyone has a couple of beers and we're there on laptops, crying, sweating, sore, more crying, making sure that we've got everything that we need saved and we can put out the episodes and the content that you've seen this season.
So definitely a nice start to the event that all the cars were driving back to the pits on their own power. Hopefully we can keep that going. Just in the high speed stuff now, just trying to get the confidence up to trust the car again because it was so perfect when it did fail. Today we're just going to see if we can push a bit harder again, slowly getting back up to the pace that we were at. See if the dust gods have got our back this morning, if we're going to need it.
Day 2, lap 1, so we started off the line about halfway up the field, which we were pretty stoked about because yesterday we started dead last. So it was quite a clean run, it was quite smooth. My aim was just to try to beat my time from yesterday, so at the end of the day I was my biggest competition today. So we got to about the 100-kilometre mark. Unfortunately it just all got a bit messy. We had a wrong corner, went straight through into the bushes, so got lost in the woods for about a minute and a half, came back out basically the exact same time as one of the other buggies were coming through, which makes sense, they're a minute behind us. So they came through, gave us a little bump, kept going. So I just kind of got a bit built up, got a bit angry. So then I kind of just drove a little bit reckless. We had like dead straight, basically like a little bend, went a bit wide. The rear tyres just got a bit skaty. And then I just clipped and then we just went over and over and over. Landed back on our wheels, tried to keep going, but the front right was completely buggered, broken everything possible there. So pulled it to the side. I think what hurt most is like, that was the championship for me, and I only have me to blame for that. So my pride's a bit shot. It's the end of the road for us, and we'll try and get back out and do it a lap, but I don't think Shan's sitting with me in this one. I think I've hurt that girl too many times, so she's gonna take a break, and we're going to just try our best to get back out and shake it off, so see how we go.
You can see where I've snapped that off.
It's alright, you're allowed to make mistakes.
I fucked the championship though.
Today was the biggest rollover I've ever had. Today really, really hurt. Rally Safe recorded it as a 10G roll. Every other roll we've had so far has been 7, so today was the biggest ever. Yep.
Good, can we get it back? You're up. These things happen. Yeah, there's a lot of coolant. The radiator is bent.
No good, Dan?
Yeah. We've done a number on it.
It's exciting, Max.
Yeah, not really. We might have to rename this toolkit the Rollover Repair Kit.
Well, I tore the chassis. I don't know who's worse, Jack. Oh, I'm not too sure. I reckon they're dancing around the same sort of line here.
Actually, you okay? Chad? You okay?
Come on, my light.
So that's it, Eads.
Yeah, so that's Kalgoorlie done for me.
We had this wild moment where we were caught this big buggy through the tight stuff and you had to be on his bumper. Yep. We couldn't see. And then Eden was in front of it. So I was just on this dude's bumper, on the horn, just fully committed to his line, and we're all just bouncing our way through the desert. And he's dusted out as well because he's behind Eden. Wild.
As soon as you see the chopper, you're just like, I'll just feed it, because if we crash, I'll stop. So it'll be right.
I want to go back out there, but all I know, I'm just going to do myself 10 grand's worth more damage. It's been an interesting one for our car especially, Max and I. It was pretty rough, but we still did a good time yesterday. Did a bit of work on the car, went out this morning, was well in the fight. We were up it and going very strong. About 70 k's in, we lost the drive shaft, snapped the drive shaft. And then it just went downhill from there. The last 50 k's was hard work. We broke another shaft, we ended up losing rear wheel drive completely, relying totally on front wheel drive. Stopped a couple of times as we overheated it. Once it cooled down, we got going again, ran in low range, brought it home.
Geez, we have a bit of fun, don't we? Howdy! Apparently we had a fire out the back, like 2 meters tall. We're still full tilt, so we stopped, got it all out, but yeah, she was fully on fire. So I seen her, went through the hairpin and looked in the mirror and flames are all coming up the back. Yeah, so we pulled it up, put it out quick as and got it out. Lucky the extinguishers on the sliders is good. They were the go. Hot. But it was good, we didn't get burned. Everything worked. We were able to get out nice and fast, which we'd practiced. So yeah, fiery end to the day because we were going pretty hard, which was good. But anyway, that's racing.
Gave the spectators a bit of a show.
Fuck me, what happened?
Don't know.
Not sure what's caused it.
The in-cabin.
Very hot.
Yeah, the tank, send it!
That was wild.
Oh, mate! Well done. So sick. Thank you very much. Well done.
Yeah, it was so plain when it's like
Such a clean run.
How easy is this whole like racing?
I don't know how people get unsettled on this track.
We actually had a fair bit of dust in that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, you finally lived the dust.
We came back in one piece, so.
It was fairly rough out there.
No, I was happy.
Happy. So shit really hurts. When you come off the jumps, it's like, my spine was like.
Yeah, that was good.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much, mate. Very
Not
excited.
a virgin anymore.
I know.
You're a legend, mate. You drove so well.
Yeah, with that. Well done. I think we figured it out. The sponsors need to just sponsor themselves.
You probably would have done better in the championship than we will.
And our 2022 KINCROME side-by-side Australian champions, James Cook and Mitch Orcott.
Kalgoorlie put on an amazing event.
I think about the end of the season and I think, thank God, it's been a big year.
Doing 6 rounds with 5 to 6 cars per event is hard work. Kind of excited that it's over. As much as we love it, I'm excited to just have a bit of time now to
focus on all the things I've been missing out on because we've been so busy.
After this whole season, I think I've really developed as a driver now, and I feel like I proved myself this race especially. Both rolls this weekend have been the biggest I've ever had. Dad made my car wider and put bigger wheels on it, and he said if you manage to roll it, it's going to hurt, and he didn't lie. I reckon he's regretting those words now because we got to spend a lot of money on my car.
Kraken had a little bit of a fiery end, session 3 this afternoon. It was one of those things, like Jack and I have had a fair bit of communication over the last few weeks, especially after what happened at Rainbow. But yeah, I suppose that communication between himself and myself made life a bit easier. Yeah, I don't know, you're a little bit jittery afterwards, as you are, but adrenaline took care of most of that, I think.
Not racing our last lap today didn't really bother me. I still had a great weekend. It would have been good to finish it because I love it. Definitely see myself navigating forever again. Wish I could do it forever, but I don't know. I hope to see myself driving one day, but see where it goes.
This has probably been one of the coolest experiences of my life. Like, to be able to go out, hang out with my partner Sam and come along racing with a bunch of legends has been honestly like beyond a bucket list item. It's been really, really cool, and I've loved almost every single minute of it.
It means a lot to me to be racing all the time and take my kids out. Racing against my kids, I think, is definitely my highlight. It's absolutely fantastic to have Tank out there. He's impressed me immensely. At the moment, it feels like one of my kids. As we're counting down, Jackson's coming in. Where's Eden? Yep, where's Tank? Yeah.
Tank's just killed it. I knew he'd kill it. I was so confident. Like, Tank's just, he's one of those guys that he's smart, which we're all not.
Legit can't feel my fingers.
But Tank's a smart driver, and he's proved it today. We've barely put a spanner on his race car. We've been tearing stuff out of ours all weekend, especially with his first event with Marshy as a navigator as well. They've learned how to use maps in the space of 10 seconds, and they've loved it.
You see other series online where people just completely change personalities. I suppose we've all tried to be really genuine about what we do. We'll show you the mess, we'll show you the exciting parts, show you everything that we break, show them everything that you guys have to offer as well. It's been actually a really positive experience. We've really enjoyed it.
Having KINCROME on board, you're so proud of it. It's the best sponsor. It's the best sponsor here for sure. They put the most effort in.
They've given us everything, and we try our best to give them everything in return. And at the end of the day, it's like family. Like, we're a full team blue here, and it's everything you could ask for in terms of a sponsorship.
Being an Australian-owned company is just super cool that they're involved with Australian motorsport, because no one else that's Australian-owned has a crack at it. We absolutely love KINCROME. We're Team Blue.
I've always been passionate about KINCROME. It's my first ever toolbox I got. Being part of the KINCROME family means a huge amount to me. And I'm very proud when I put on the shirt, even though it's dirty, and wear the hat and represent the company. It's definitely one of my proudest moments in my motorsport. So I love being here, I love representing KINCROME, and they back us up 100% in everything we do. And you can't ask for more than that.
How do you reckon you went, bud?
It's such a new scenario. Yeah. So I actually don't know. I think you just have to look at where we ended up.
Well, I'll let you know how you went. I guess after the prologue, I was committing to what Lockie was saying, and we just clicked. And honestly, I got out of the car, gave him a big hug, and it was just full commitment and full trust. And that was really cool.
7 years we've been working together.
Yep.
I wonder if that's why it worked.
I was proud, like really, really proud to have, you know, such a good mate next to me. Just killing it, man. Thanks, proud as, dude.
Cheers, mate. Yeah. Like, the trust element is really important. Like, it really is, and it goes both ways. I mean, there's a reason why it's called side by side.
Yeah.
Is that you are absolutely connected in every way. Whatever I say, you're gonna pretty much do. So if I get it wrong, I'm screwing both of us.
Yep.
And then there are situations where I'm not looking at the track at all. You're doing what you're gonna do. So if you stuff something up, screws both of us up as well. So
absolutely.
Every single person who's involved in this is giving it 110%. People say that all the time. We're like, they gave it 110%. Yeah, awesome. This is one of those proper 110%. Like, what people don't see is that behind the camera right now, we've got two absolute superstars putting in their work hours and hours in the day. It's a bloody ripper effort. There's no two ways about it. It's massive. And so from what our team do from a production point of view, as well as all the people who you probably don't see in this, you know, there's all the warehousing and everyone else who's a part of KINCROME to try and organise all the stuff that we're trying to do is massive.
No, I'm absolutely stoked with the content from each round. I feel like we've put so much effort into filming every single day when we come to these events. And it's just, it's a good feeling, like so much hard work goes into it. And then when we create something out of it, it's good work.
Absolutely.
Like, we're bloody good at what we do.
After 6 rounds, the episodes that we put out, we've got something that we can definitely stand behind personally, and from a brand standpoint, I think we've definitely achieved. We had a few unique challenges this year, tragedies throughout the season, which have definitely tested us, I think,
for sure.
on an emotional level.
Burnsy is a boss. I hate that I'm going to say this. I'm going to hype him up for a sec, but I've learnt so much from working with Burnsy, whether it be from a life standpoint, like so many things I've learnt from, because you're a lot more mature than me. Everything from photography, filming, I've learnt heaps from him.
Anything's tripod.
As well as we're genuine, just smart asses to each other, so that makes it a lot easier. We pick on each other, but that just makes it that much better.
As a team member, Flix, she goes above and beyond in every circumstance. She's a great mate to have. We push each other constantly back and forth. It's harmless bullying. As a brand, we definitely could not achieve what we have done this year without her.
My answer is so shit now. Oh my God.
Next year, we just want to go bigger, better. Might be a little bit different, get closer with the team. Do a little bit of racing too, but do some cool stuff. So keep an eye on what we do next year. But I'm just proud, absolutely proud of everything.
What a wrap up, the end of the season. Catch you next year.
Do you reckon that we should call Netflix?
Drive to Survive style. Netflix, if you're watching, give me a call. I reckon Jacko's about as cool as Daniel Ricciardo and
Cooler.
Cooler? Cooler. And I reckon Eden says just as much too.
Ripper. What a way to end it.